breaking news. According to my source, WB, Ed Boon, and NRS are in a panic frenzy over there at NetherRealm Studios. Now, you're probably wondering why. Well, I'm getting ready to tell you why, but before we do that, I want to inform you that this information has not been confirmed by NRS, WB, Discovery, or any one of those people or their associates or affiliates. The information that you're hearing is merely leaked information that you're not supposed to have to begin with. So take all the information that you hear here with a massive dump load truck of salt. Now, let's get into what you actually came here for. Now, I was informed by my source that Ed Boon, NRS, and WB all are extremely in a panic due to the release of the Street Fighter 6 trailer. Now, the Street Fighter 6 trailer was fantastic across the board. It has open world gameplay, it has a different look, different mechanics, and it has finally took that step that it needed to make it a massive competitor to Mortal Kombat. Now, I know a lot of you are probably like, whoa, wait, what are you talking about? What do you mean the game is not a competitor to Mortal Kombat? It always was. I will agree with you that it always was a competition. But I will say, I just did not like the cartoony vibe of Street Fighter. That's what I grew out of, that when I grew out of anime and I grew out of those type of animations, which is why I love the fact that Mortal Kombat made that realism change, because it's growing with me as a person. So when I saw the Street Fighter 6 trailer, or whatever the case was, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a Street Fighter 6 fan, but it made me want to buy the Street Fighter 6 game. And guess what? I will be buying Street Fighter 6 and I will be broadcasting it on the channel. Now, let's get to the actual news. So the news is this. NRS, Ed Boon, and WB have all applied new members to the Crypt team, meaning that they want that Crypt mandatory finished with co-op play. Now, at first, they were going to do a smaller Crypt, kind of like what they did in Mortal Kombat 11. I also made a video about them having plans to do this, but this was not supposed to come until later in the game cycle as an expansion, kind of like Aftermath, basically. So if you go back and watch my video from a couple of months ago, I made a video called Co-op Crypt Mode because I knew that this was going to happen ahead of time. Again, this has been made a mandatory priority. I'm going to put the thumbnail to the video, as you can see here on your screen. This is the video that I was telling you about, and the link will be in the description, or I'll put it at the end of this video so you can watch it. Now, they put new people on these teams. They already cleared it. WB Discovery cleared it, so that way they can have new people to help work on this mode to compete with what Street Fighter has going on, now that they know what's coming. Also, I was informed that Create a Character will be a part of Street Fighter 6. Now, take that with a massive grain of salt. I just managed to get this information and I want to see how it's going to turn out. But that's from what I'm being told. When I asked my source, I was like, hey, what's going on? He was like, well, they managed to get information as far as the game. You know, when you're working in game companies, people can't keep their mouth shut. Even if you sign an NDA, people are still going to leak stuff, or whatever the case is, as in this situation here. So he was informed by somebody over there on the Street Fighter team that they were going to be introducing a form of Create a Character for this whole open world experience that you're going to be taking part in. So with that being said, this is why NRS has decided to add more people to these teams, so that way they can have these same features. Because guess what? NRS and most definitely Ed Boon was able to see the reaction to Street Fighter 6, and guess what? Everybody is calling out Ed Boon and NRS and telling them, whoa, buddy, you better deliver with Mortal Kombat 12 or I am out of here. I'm going to go play Street Fighter and I'm never coming back. I've seen a lot of comments like that online myself, when people was like, yo, I'm gonna get that new Street Fighter 6, and these are Mortal Kombat fans. Mortal Kombat fans usually don't buy Street Fighter games unless they're just a fan of all fighting games. But speaking for myself for one quick second, I've never really been a Street Fighter guy. Have I played it before? Yes, I have. But the game never really resonated with me, so I never had any desire to play or pick up any Street Fighter game. The only time you will catch me playing a Street Fighter game if I go to a friend's house and he don't have Mortal Kombat and that's all he got, and we'll just play it for fun. It's not something I will go out of my way to play. I literally went out of my way to buy my friend a Mortal Kombat game one time in the past just so we can play it, those type of things, so he can have a copy and I can have a copy. My point is, The Mortal Kombat, I mean the Street Fighter 6 trailer was so good to the point where I decided I'm going to buy Street Fighter 6 when it comes out. And that is huge coming from a person like me, because I usually stick to what I know. That's usually what I stick to. But they're offering an open world gameplay experience. This is why NRS is nervous, because they're the ones who invented. They invented this when in the fighting game community. Now, for you marks in the comment, yes, I know Grand Theft Auto invented having an open world gameplay. We know games like what is it? The Italian Job had this. Driver 3 had it. Yes, we're aware. But not Mortal Kombat. Grand Theft Auto made it famous, and Mortal Kombat made it famous within the fighting game community by adding all of these modes. So with that being said, I could understand why Ed Boon, NRS, and all of them are extremely nervous. I get that. I really get that, because it's like they took so long to create these things to the point where your competition is taking your ideas. They're taking your ideas and they're getting ready to make bank off it. Imagine how that feel if you got an idea that you invented, that you stopped using, and somebody else found a way to capitalize off of it. Now everybody looking at you like you the hero, when you know you had already invented this and now somebody else is using it. So I could tell you right now, Mortal Kombat 12 has definitely just got the competition that it needed for them to do what they need to do to make this game one of the best video games ever. You are being challenged, NRS, at this point, and they know that. My source told me straight up, he was like, yeah, everybody here at the office has been shifted over to different teams. People are being moved around. They're bringing in new people, and they are changing their focus and their priorities on a lot of things that they were originally going to focus on, so that they can compete with Street Fighter. Now, mind you, Street Fighter is going to be on PS5 when it drops. Mortal Kombat 12 is expected to go directly to PS5 and not be on the PS4 due to everything that's going to be on it. However, I will tell you this much. Now that they have decided that Street Fighter 6 is going to be on PS4 also, I would not be surprised if Mortal Kombat 12 made the decision to release on the PS4 just to compete with Street Fighter. So because everybody already has a PlayStation. So I'm definitely waiting for my source to get back to me with that type of information, because I almost can guarantee that it's going to happen. Because if you leave the PS4 market untouched, Street Fighter is going to be the most dominant fighting game on PlayStation 4. Now, a lot of you can say Mortal Kombat 11, but Mortal Kombat 11 is dead. They abandoned the game. If they would have never abandoned Mortal Kombat 11 and put out more DLC, even if they didn't do DLC, if they did balance patches and things of that nature and still added a little content here, a little content there, then Mortal Kombat 11 could have sustained itself to fight Street Fighter 6. They could have whooped Street Fighter 6 by releasing the Combat Pack 3. That's what they could have did. So they shot themselves in the foot when they did this. And Street Fighter is smart enough to know releasing on the PS4 is a great idea, since Mortal Kombat has already exit stage left and they're gearing up for the PS5. So now this goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. NRS has their competition cut out for them and they need to deliver. So now that they are over there with those extra team members working on co-op Crip mode and making sure that you can play Crip mode with a second friend and that it's always online, you can find nice little hidden tidbits and things like that. Nah, y'all messed up now. Y'all messed up. Y'all should have been announced Mortal Kombat 12. Y'all could have did that a year ago. You could have did that a year ago. You could have announced Mortal Kombat 12 last year, even if it was just a logo or something. Now you shot yourself in the foot because your competition is getting a massive upper hand on you guys. A massive upper hand. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Mortal Kombat 12 has always was the best fighting game ever across the board. They're the reason for an entire rating system. This is an OG game legacy. It's an OG franchise. But for the first time in a long time, I'm feeling scared for Mortal Kombat, man. Because Mortal Kombat, I'm gonna be honest, Mortal Kombat has been doing their fans dirty And I'm gonna speak on that in another video, because I know you came here for the information that I have to give and not necessarily my opinion. But I'm gonna release a video. It's gonna be a rant video about how Mortal Kombat 12 did they fans dirty and how Street Fighter taking over. And I can't believe I'm saying that. I am the biggest Mortal Kombat fan across the board. No cap. I'm being honest with you. But Ed Boon, I'm gonna go in and tell you straight up, dude, y'all better pull every trick, crook, and nanny out of y'all hat, because if y'all gonna stop this Street Fighter 6, you gonna have to deliver. And you better pray that it turns out to be a Cyberpunk 2070 type edition or whatever you call it. You better pray that the game's a flop when it comes out. That's the only way you're gonna get past this. I'm just being honest with you when I tell you that. But anyway, back to the source information. My source did inform me that everybody was just flat out nervous. Everybody's being asked to work overtime. Everybody's being asked to change some of their designs. Everybody's being asked to put their best foot forward. A lot of people had their off days cut so they can come in and work. They're allowing people to work from, instead of being at work, they can work from home. They're allowing them to do that now again also, even though most have returned to office. They're allowing them to pick up extra hours from home. They're still required to come into the NRS office, but they are allowed to work on things at home. A small amount of trusted individuals that have been with the company for a certain period of time and trusted employees are the only ones that are allowed to do that. Now, I will say Mortal Kombat has been having, a good couple of years. They had the movie come out, and then they had, they had a successful Mortal Kombat 11 game, and they had the movie that dropped. And they was able to get kind of nostalgic by bringing some of the old actors in as skins and having Carrie play the original, Shang Tsung. So it's been a great time to be a Mortal Kombat fan. But it looked like Street Fighter is finally beefing up, and they're offering something that's attractive to Mortal Kombat fans. They just is. I like the realism route that they're going. One thing I never liked about Street Fighter is the fact that when you punch people, you see all these colors and stuff. I don't want to see those. If they remove those, it's a wrap. But I'm still going to give them a chance based off the direction that they're taking. Being able to run around in an open world, play with your friends, and being able to level up and, starting out a rookie, fighting your way up to become a champion. And it just sounds like Street Fighter is finally giving itself the identity that it needs to be able to compete with people. And that right there is what excites me. Now, I know a lot of you probably gonna be like, what do you mean compete with people? So you saying Street Fighter never competed? I'm not saying that. I'm saying that now they're competing on a larger platform, on a larger scale is what they're being able to do. What they're being able to do, they are becoming a liable, I'm not gonna say a liable threat, because they've always been a liable threat. What I'm trying to say is they become more dangerous than they was to begin with, is what I'm saying in so many words. So I want to pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below, and I really want you to answer this question. Do you think Street Fighter 6 is a threat to Mortal Kombat 12? I want you to get in the comment section and write me a book. Write me how you feel about it. I'm actually going to read the whole thing. I'm going to respond. I'm going to like your comment. I'm going to heart your comment to let you know that I've seen it. And like I said, I will be responding. So us Mortal Kombat fans, we need to speak up, man. So y'all go ahead and get in the comments and then speak up. Also, if you're let's say a Street Fighter fan, and for some reason you're watching this video, then I want you to get in the comment section and tell me, what do you think about Street Fighter upgrading to the next level? Do you guys think you got what it takes to beat Mortal Kombat? Or do you think you already have taken out Mortal Kombat? I'm looking to see your comments below. Now, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on post notifications, because this is your brand new favorite and exclusive place for daily Mortal Kombat content.